Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about the all-important immune system. As I think many of you know, in Radiant Detox we go through the 7 systems of the body. And today we want to really focus in on the all-important immune system. So what is it? It's actually an integrated system which comprises of organs, tissues, cells, and cell products like antibodies that differentiate between self and non-self, neutralizing potential pathogens or foreign substances. Do you know that you have 3 times more lymphatic fluid flowing through your body than you do blood? Amazing. It's actually the interstate for your white blood cells to travel to different parts of your body. The cardiovascular system delivers nutrients to every cell in your body, whereas the lymphatic system removes metabolic waste and toxins from the body. The problem is the lymphatic system does not have a pump like our heart does and like our cardiovascular system does. So what it is dependent upon is muscle contraction. And this is where exercise is really key and important. So from the minute that you get out of bed, you place your feet on the floor, you walk to the car, you are stimulating, to one measure or another, your lymphatic system. Rebounding is an excellent way to stimulate your lymphatic system. This morning I was at the gym and I was using the power plate and I thought, this is amazing for the lymphatic system. So if you're at a gym and they have power plates, get on them. You're going to be doing your lymphatic system a service by doing that. So what are some of the parts of our immune system? Well, they are the lymph vessels, the lymph nodes, the spleen, the thymus, the intestine, bone marrow, skin, lymphatic system, and those comprise of the immune system. I want to talk a little bit about the spleen. So the spleen is actually part of the lymphatic system. It's about the size of a fist. No, I'm not going to punch you. It's about the size of a fist, and it's actually the largest lymph node in our body. And what the spleen does is it filters blood, and it's always on the alert for any injury that might be in the body. Another thing that we can look at is the thymus gland. Now, people used to think the thymus gland was more closely related to the endocrine system because it does create and produce certain hormones. But really, it's a critically important organ and gland because it develops and it trains T lymphocytes, which are an incredibly important white blood cell. Very important for our defense system and mechanism. Now, the intestines is the largest internal interface with the external world. The intestine is a very critical part of our immune system because it's there that is constantly exposed to bugs and bacteria, both bad and good. Also pathogens. And really it's in the intestines that we can determine and see what conditions might be prevalent in other parts of the body. So the intestine is the immune process is very important because it's the port of entry for many other clinically important pathogens. Bone marrow. Bone marrow is that spongy tissue that's inside of our bone, and it is really the place where the production of blood cells takes place. So red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, these all are produced within bone marrow. The red blood cells are really important because what they do is they shuttle and get rid of carbon dioxide from our body, and the white blood cells help fight infection. The skin is, again, a critically important part of our immune system. It's the largest external system that we have, and it waterproofs, cushions, and protects against disease. It also is really important because through sweat, we are able to excrete and let go and get rid of a lot of different toxins, really lethal toxins like PBAs and phthalates, and also heavy metals. So get your sweat on. Get into a sauna, a saunette, work out in the gym, sweat, sweat, sweat. These are really critical things to do to get rid of toxins that are in our body through the skin system. Last but not least, one of my favorite topics is the glymphatic system, also known as the lymph clearing pathway. So it is inside of our brain, and what it does is it basically does housekeeping. There are certain cells called glia cells, and they basically sweep out toxins from our body. This is really critically important because in every single organ, waste clearance is as basic an issue as nutrient delivery is. In the brain especially, this is where we see that if proteins are not shuttled out, they can build up and accumulate waste. And when that happens, they actually start to kill and get in the way of neuronal pathways and neuronal networks. This is where we see the onset of diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's, because there's been an accumulation of proteins in the brain. So this is just a little overview of the all-important immune system. The color is white because we have beautiful garlic, leek, ginger, sesame, mushrooms, cauliflower, daikon, radish, also horseradish. All of these are very powerful foods that we can eat that support and help in our immune function. Until next time, this is Christine talking about the 7 systems of our body to detoxify in Radiant Detox.